What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and today I'm going to be going through some numbers and showing you if you want to make the most amount of money, where to put your Scrypt miners. So let's take a look at this. So we're starting off here. You can see my screen right here. It does say Cubic. Now, previously, Cubic was mining Monero, and then it went through a couple stages and epochs to slowly phase it out. And now you can no longer mine Monero. So all those emissions that were used to mine Monero is now being pushed into Dogecoin. What does that mean? More profits. What do miners want? More profits. So I got some numbers here to kind of show you what things are looking like. And then obviously you can make the decision for yourself. Do you want to mine Dogecoin normally and Litecoin and Scrypt, the Scrypt algorithms, or do you want to make more and utilize Cubic? Let's take a look at those numbers. All right, so I do want to point out this video is sponsored by the community, not Cubic themselves, but they did want to let you guys know the numbers that's going on here. So remember, this is sponsored by the community though, but not Cubic infrastructure whatsoever. But coming into here, here's Eco, and he always posts weekly updates on probability and stuff that's going on. So this is from Epoch 209 plus 210. So this is 2 epochs, so 2 weeks worth of mining here. And we can see the mining sample, QMine DG1 plus ASIC, 13 gigahash here. And then we have a period for 14 days, 2 epochs. So this is with the DG1 plus. Keep that in mind. So we got Cubic stats here. Total mined was 297,518,676 queues. Daily average was 21.2 million queues, and that works out to be 21 point, he does the math here. That's $15.94 per day for a total of $15.94 per day. He does all the math straightforward for us. LTC plus Doge stats here. So here's the Litecoin rewards. Add it all up, go for it, what he was doing. And here you can see the total is $7.55 a day. We can see, over double Cubic was paying here on this operation here. Now, comparison, here is the comparison here. We got Cubic at $15.94 per day, and LTC plus Doge was $7.55 per day. So the difference is $8.39 per day. The total difference was $117, because remember, this was over a 2-week period. Now, this is when it first came out. These numbers are higher than what we're seeing right now, but we'll get at it and show you how the epochs went by so you guys can see an average over time of what it's looking like. But here, performance, 111% higher returns, 2.1x more profit. Remember, Monero was still being mined around this time here, and here's the price references and notes. The Cubic was mined on the QLI pool. LTC plus Doge data was taken from what to mine, possible variation plus minus 5%. As you know, you're using those profit calculators. Average prices of Cubic and LTC were used over the last 2 epochs, 14 days, while Doge was calculated using the current higher market price. So they even gave Doge the benefit of the doubt using the highest price that I hit over the 14 days. So that's even giving it a boost. And depending on when you sell and stuff like that, you could have been making quite a bit less in the Doge. All right, so now we're moving into the next epoch. Epoch 211. So the other two was 209 and 210. Now we're in 211. And we're looking at, so this is the following week after those two. So this is for a 1-week thing here. The mining sample here is a Fluminer L1 ASIC, 5.7 gigahash, 7 days period, 1 epoch. So Cubic stats, as we know, you can run through all this, but he works everything out. So that works out to be $5.95 per day for a total of $41.65 per week. That's not too bad. Remember, we're looking at an L1 Fluminer right now at 5.7 gigahash. And then we're going to look at the LTC plus Doge stats here. So coming down, that was only $3.32 a day for a weekly total of $23.24. Look at the difference here. $41 versus $23. Again, not quite double, but almost there. The comparison here, $5.95 per day versus $3.32 per day. And for the week, the difference is $2.63 per day and a difference of $18.41 per week. So performance is 79% higher returns, 1.79% more profitable, and then the price references and same thing, QLI pool, and everything was used over what to mine for LTC and stuff. All right, guys. So now we got the very latest data available, as this was for Epoch 212, which was the week that just went by, and the week after we just looked at. So we're kind of looking at the past 4 weeks of what things are looking like. And this is the absolute latest week that just went by, because right now they're currently mining Epoch 213. So coming into here for the mining sample, again, this is the Flueminer L1 ASIC 5.7 gigahash for 7 days, 1 epoch. So cubic stats, you can go through it all. So it looks like they got a total of $4.67 per day. And for the total week, and I also want to point in mind that during this epoch, XMR is now no longer being mined at all. It is fully removed. So now everything is going to Doge that was previously going to Monero, I believe. So anyway, continuing on here for the week, that is $32.69. Now, Litecoin and Doge stats from what to mine. Estimated revenue is about $3.15 per day for a weekly total of $22.07. So the comparison here, and this is what we care about. You know, where is the most money coming from? Where should you point your miners? $4.67 per day on Cubic with a Flueminer L1. Or you can get $3.15 per day from LTC plus Dogecoin mining. The difference is $1.52 per day. That's a big deal in a world where profitability is very tight right now. Weekly difference, an extra $10.62 per week over the last epoch. 48% higher returns here. Remember, before power costs and stuff, but you know, this is probably going to cover your power costs for you. That extra bonus is, you know, there to maybe just cover your power costs depending on your power price. And then 1.48x more profitable. So almost 1.5 times, 1.5 times more. So that's pretty crazy here. Cubic prices, LTC price, Doge prices, and notes again. Everything was done at the QLI pool here, and the Dogecoin and Litecoin was taking numbers from what to mine over the average. But it's definitely looking like Cubic is making more money on your Scrypt ASICs. Another thing, a lot of people, I don't want to wait. Now I have been hearing things that QLI supposedly, I got to look into it more, but they're doing daily payouts now, as well as adding Litecoin. So QLI has daily payouts for Doge only, not the Cubic side of things, but when it comes to the ASIC mining stuff, that's what we're talking about today. But those are daily payouts. And then on top of the Doge mining, they also got the Litecoin mining, which we can see they've already got 43.75 Litecoin total block rewards so far. So the amount that they've earned. So they're smashing out Litecoin blocks, they're smashing out Doge blocks, and they're making more money for ASICs out there over the traditional Litecoin and Dogecoin and bells together. So you know what? It's all up to you guys. Decide what you guys want to do. I'm going to be putting over some hash rate, I believe, and checking this out for myself. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. And if you're looking for any type of ASIC miners, just head on over to rabid.com, click on Crypto and AI Profit Calculator, and here you can see for an L9, you can see all the numbers here, you know, mining pools, crypto wallets, where to sell your coins, exchanges, and stuff like that, as well as some links that will not scam you, and they're dedicated with my referral link. So if you buy something, it greatly helps out the channel. So I urge you guys to use those if you are looking for anything. But when it comes down to Cubic, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Are you going to move over to Cubic, gain that extra profitability and try it out for yourself? Or are you just going to stick to where you are? Let me know down in the comments section. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.